Hello brothers and welcome to Gensgroom Man channel. The most dangerous man is the one who doesn't seek approval, doesn't need attention, and can walk away without looking back.
I just want you to understand that it's true. When you walk into a room, nobody pays attention. You don't stand out. You're not unique.
Think about that for a second. In a world obsessed with Instagram likes, endless selfies, and the pursuit of validation, there's a rare breed of men who refuse to play the game. Enter the Sigma male, a mystery wrapped in independence sprinkled with a touch of rebellion. These men are a walking paradox. They don't chase, they don't boast, and yet they command attention wherever they go. Here's the kicker. Studies show that people who don't conform to societal norms are often perceived as threats. Now imagine being a modern woman navigating this emotionally chaotic dating world only to encounter a man immune to your charm, social clout, or subtle power plays. For many, that's not just irritating, it's downright infuriating. And let's be honest, nothing's more unsettling than someone who doesn't flinch at your hottest selfie or care about your TikTok clout. But why? Why do Sigma males spark such intense emotions in 97% of modern women? Spoiler alert, it's not because they're jerks, it's because they break the unspoken rules. Let's dive in and uncover why these men are both envied and hated, all while sipping their coffee in complete silence. Number 1, they don't chase, they observe. Sigma males don't waste their energy chasing after anyone, and that's a move that catches most women completely off guard. In a world where being pursued is often seen as a measure of desirability, a man who doesn't play that game feels like a shock to the system. Instead of rushing in with grand gestures or excessive compliments, a Sigma steps back, watches, and evaluates. He isn't impressed by surface-level beauty or performative charm. He's focused on understanding the deeper layers of who someone really is. This calculated approach can be unsettling for women who are used to being the automatic center of attention. The Sigma's detached demeanor feels unfamiliar and even frustrating. He's not looking to impress, nor is he seeking validation. Instead, he observes behavior, personality, and values, silently deciding if someone aligns with his world before making any moves. This makes every interaction with him feel like a test, not because he's playing games, but because he's genuinely selective about who gets access to his energy. What's even more confounding is that this isn't arrogance. A Sigma isn't playing hard to get or trying to manipulate. He simply knows what he wants and refuses to settle for anything less. This makes women question themselves in ways they might not have before. Why isn't he reacting? Why isn't he falling all over himself to impress? The truth is, Sigmas see the world differently. They don't chase because they don't need to. They're content on their own and will only engage when someone genuinely intrigues them. And while this might frustrate those who are used to instant admiration, it's also why a Sigma's attention, once given, feels so rare and meaningful. It's earned, not handed out. Number 2, they're immune to emotional manipulation. Sigma males are practically allergic to emotional manipulation, and that's a problem for anyone who relies on it to get their way. In the modern dating world, emotional games have become a default strategy. Guilt trips, playing hard to get, or sparking jealousy to keep someone hooked. But Sigmas don't fall for it. They see these tactics for exactly what they are, attempts to control, not connect. And the moment they sense manipulation, they detach like it's second nature. This ability to sidestep emotional traps isn't just about intelligence, it's about self-respect. A Sigma male knows his worth and refuses to be pulled into someone else's drama. He won't argue over trivial things just to keep the peace, and he definitely won't be guilted into making decisions he doesn't believe in. To him, emotional manipulation isn't a sign of passion or love, it's a red flag, and he treats it as such. For women who are used to their tried-and-true tactics working like clockwork, encountering a Sigma male often feels like hitting an immovable brick wall. These women, adept at creating emotional tension to elicit fiery reactions, find themselves bewildered when their usual approaches fail. Instead of getting the heated response they expect, they're met with a calm, almost unshakable indifference. This can be both confusing and infuriating. Sigma males simply don't operate on the same emotional wavelength as most people. They don't shout, they don't plead, and they certainly don't engage in mind games. This isn't because they fear confrontation or lack the ability to engage. Rather, it's because they see no value in such interactions. Emotional manipulation, which often works as a subtle form of control for many, doesn't even register on a Sigma male's radar. They operate on a foundation of logic, authenticity, and self-awareness that makes them immune to these games. For those trying to manipulate a Sigma, this behavior feels like rejection. However, to the Sigma male, it's not personal. It's simply a matter of staying true to himself. He understands that engaging in emotional games serves no purpose other than to waste energy. His calm demeanor, combined with his refusal to be drawn into unnecessary drama, only heightens the frustration for those trying to provoke him. Nothing exasperates someone more than realizing their usual strategies have no effect on someone who outright refuses to play the game. This stoicism extends beyond individual interactions and is deeply rooted in a Sigma's worldview. One of their defining traits is their ability to prioritize purpose over relationships, a characteristic that modern society often struggles to understand. Sigma males live with an unshakable sense of purpose, one that acts as their compass in life. This purpose is the driving force behind their decisions and actions, taking precedence over everything else, including relationships. For modern women, especially those who have grown up with cultural narratives that place them at the center of a man's universe, this mindset can feel like a personal affront. Many are conditioned to believe that a man's primary source of joy and fulfillment should come from his romantic relationships. But Sigma males reject this notion entirely. For them, relationships are not the cornerstone of their existence. Instead, they see relationships as complementary to their lives, not essential for their identity or happiness. Sigma males focus on their goals, ambitions, and personal growth above all else. Their fulfillment comes from achieving their mission, living authentically, and being self-reliant. This doesn't mean they devalue relationships, they simply view them through a different lens. To a Sigma male, a relationship should enhance one's life, not consume or define it. This mindset can be deeply unsettling for some. Women who are used to being a man's top priority may feel overshadowed by the Sigma's sense of purpose. It can feel as though they are being pushed aside, but in truth, it's not about rejection. It's about balance. Sigmas don't see relationships as a be-all and end-all. They aren't searching for someone to complete them because they are already complete in themselves. While many people are conditioned by society to seek fulfillment through others, Sigma males challenge this narrative. They embody the idea that happiness and purpose are internal pursuits. Their independence, coupled with their ability to remain unaffected by emotional manipulation, can make them seem aloof or detached. But beneath this exterior lies a man deeply committed to his values, his mission, and his authenticity. Ultimately, engaging with a Sigma male requires a shift in perspective. Traditional tactics, societal expectations, and emotional games won't work because Sigmas operate on a completely different frequency. They prioritize substance over show, purpose over distraction, and authenticity over pretension. For some, this is incredibly refreshing. For others, it can be maddening. But for the Sigma male, it's simply a way of being, unapologetically true to himself in a world that often demands conformity. Dealing with a Sigma male isn't about breaking through his walls or outsmarting him. It's about understanding a man who's chosen to live on his own terms. His calm demeanor, unwavering sense of purpose, and immunity to manipulation aren't signs of arrogance or detachment. They're reflections of a deeply authentic life. For those willing to embrace his world, a relationship with a Sigma can be incredibly rewarding, offering depth, honesty, and partnership without the usual games or expectations. But here's the kicker. Not everyone is ready for the kind of dynamic a Sigma brings. Are you? If you've ever crossed paths with a man like this, or are curious about stepping into his world, remember, it's not about playing the game, it's about meeting him on his level. And in a world full of noise and drama, that kind of connection might just be worth it.